am guiding you through a movement stick warm-up. I love this tool because it breaks down so you can take it with you when you travel. It has a little bit of weight to it. In its long form, it's about 8 pounds, and the grippy spheres on either end allow for full articulation and rotation. So I will leave a link in the description below for where you can get yours along with a discount code. If you don't have the movement stick, you can still do this warm-up with a regular stick, a broomstick, a dowel, whatever you've got at home. We have 10 exercises. We're doing 5 reps per for a full body warm-up. So let's get to it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click the bell for notifications, like this video, and be sure to come back to this movement stick playlist for more. So this is the long version of the movement stick, and I really do love that you can break it apart very quickly and take it with you. That's kind of one of my favorite features. And these spheres will spin all the way around so that when you're doing things, especially for shoulders, it's a great shoulder opener. So here we go, let's get started. First move is stir the pot. We're doing 5 reps per move, per side, that kind of thing. So I'm keeping my feet on these beautiful little lines of the suspension mat here. The stick is at about 12 o'clock. Both hands are on the stick, and I'm just gonna stir. You can have a nice little soft bend in your knees. Really allowing yourself to get into the back. And I'll turn so you can see me from the side as I go the other way. So you can really round your back here. Hips are still facing forward. 2 more. Just feels great. So now we're going to add that little side to side swing. So again, feet are about hip width apart. That stick is at about 12 o'clock. It's right in the middle of your feet. Both hands are holding on, and you're just going to swing side to side as much as your arms allow. You may bend that inside arm a little bit. That's fine. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now to add on, getting a little more movement into the lower body, we're going to turn this into a little bit of a swing with a lunge. So if you want to open up your legs a little bit wider, totally fine. And here we go. We're going to swing and turn, bring that knee down. Other side. 2, 3, 4, and 5. If your knees don't allow you to get into a lunge or anything like that, that's fine. You can do the same basic movement with just a little bit of that foot pivoting. So turn, right? Lift the heel, turn. You can think like a golfer, right? You're getting that swing in. Moving right along, we're going to get into the swing 1, 2, 3 lunge. This is really fun, I think. So, positioning is basically the same. Stick is at 12 o'clock. 2 hands start on the stick. So I'm going to swing 1, 2. On that third time, my one hand is going to maintain contact with the stick. The inside leg, that same side leg, is going to step forward so that I have basically my hip right next to the stick. And you have a beautiful stretch all through the line of your arm and into the hip. So here we go. 1, 2, right? Switching sides. So stick goes out to the side, inside leg steps forward and lunges. If you need a little extra support, you can always hold onto that stick, and then you want to push the stick down into the ground to help you stand back up. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, and step. Push down. 1, 2, 3, and step. That's 2. 1, 2, 3, and step. 1, 2, 3, and step. And take your time. There's nowhere to get No need to rush. It's really a fun tool, so it's nice to get to just kind of play around with it. 1, 2, 3. This is our fourth. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more on each side. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to just add on in this kind of position. So without the 1, 2, 3, which does actually get your heart rate up, gets a little bit of movement in for the whole body. So now we're just going to get into this lunge. So inside foot steps in line. And if this is hard, you can always step that foot back, but you're trying to get that nice bend in the front side. You want to have this beautiful long line in line with the stick. Again, you can always hold onto the stick for a little bit of extra support. And I want you to think about turning your palm inward and outward. And then come up. Just that is a lot right there. You'll feel your whole body warm up. So let's alternate. Step forward. So the stick is in line with my hip. Right? Already this is work, but I have this great hang that's happening here too. And I'm just turning that arm that's resting on the stick forward and backward. Stepping back. Twist the palm away. And here we go. Round 2. And back. Really getting into the shoulder as we do these, but we're also warming up the legs and the lower body. 2 more on each side. If you feel any pops or clicks, totally normal, we all get them. As long as it does not hurt, you can continue, but you can also move into a shallower range of motion. So you can always do this without going into as deep a lunge. And back. Whew. Quads feel that. So, getting into a little bit of a hanging, we're going to do a hinged scapular shoulder opener, right? Very similar when we're hanging there with the one hand. So, I'm going to show you kind of from 3/4. Feet are hip width apart. Have a nice soft bend in your knees. You're going to hinge forward. One hand holds onto the stick. So again, you're already hanging right here. You should feel a beautiful stretch through the shoulder. You can drop this hand down. You can rest it on your other leg, on your side, whatever feels comfortable to you. And all we're doing is rotating the palm inward towards your body and as far outward as is comfortable for you. So you're only in as deep a hinge as you feel comfortable in. So nice soft bend in the knees, hinge forward, right? Reach that arm long, and then try to open it up and reach behind you. Notice I have some pretty good range, so I can turn my palm all the way around. And the more I take time to articulate each individual movement of this, whew, that just made me sweat. 2, and back. 3, 4, and 5. Push that stick down to come back up. It's always nice to get that little bit of assist. Going to the other side now. Same basic position, soft bend in the knees, hinge at the hips, and rotate inward. Try to get that palm to face you, and then rotate outward as far as is comfortable for you. In. If you drop that other arm down, gravity is just doing a little bit extra for you. 2, 3, 4. That's why these spheres are really cool, because they do move and spin, so they allow you to do this kind of thing a little bit easier. And return, push that stick down, stand back up. It's funny how the littlest movement is the one that actually gets me to start sweating. So we're gonna come into a squat hang. So with this stick, or any stick that you might have, you're gonna want the stick kind of like you're riding a broomstick. So the bottom of the ball, that grippy part, is right in line with your heels, right? So it's kind of right in line with my heels. So holding on with 2 hands to the top of the ball, and I'm just going to squat down. I'm going to show you from a 3/4 position. Squat. Again, really great shoulder opener. I can focus on my squat, push those knees outward, and then push into the stick to come back up. So squat down, hang, breathe, squeeze the glutes, push up. Just so you see a side view. You don't need to be too deep in it. It really kind of depends on what your squat is, but if I have it too close to me, then I'm limited in how deep I can squat. But the closer it is to your body, the more it is supporting you. Here we go. You can really roll your body upward, push into the ground with the stick. Last one of these, and then we're gonna add on. Roll yourself up. So now we're gonna add a little circle with the wrists, because this, I can't get over the spinning ball. It's just the coolest part. So, same basic position. You're gonna be squatting down, and you're gonna squat by rolling the stick around. So you're actually gonna turn those wrists, going out, down, and then pull yourself up. And let's go the other way. 1. And back the other way. 2. The more you get comfortable with this, the easier it will be. 3. 4. And around. 5. Shake out your hands. Holding on to these spheres, it is kind of a big grip, so it's really great if you like to play basketball. You're working on that grip strength, and you're actually trying to open up your hand as you hold on to the balls. So we're getting into our last couple of exercises. I want you to get into a nice wide stance. We're going to work on opening up the hips while still also working into those shoulders. So that stick is, again, kind of right in the midline at 12 o'clock. You're going to reach up, one hand holds onto the stick, soft bend in the knees, and you're just going to hang here for just a second. You can reach down and touch the bottom. You can think about touching the ground, but you might not touch it. If you feel like you need any extra support, you can always bring that free hand to hold on to the stick. It just makes you feel more comfortable, takes a little bit of the pressure off. So again, pushing that stick down, you might find you naturally start to turn your hand in and out to help give you the oomph to get up. Switching sides, same position, soft bend in the knees. You're just gonna reach down. That nice little hang, again, we're letting gravity do all the work really. And then pushing yourself up. And push yourself up. Other side. So you can always hold on. Try to look up if that feels good for you. You'll notice it gets right into the hip a little bit more. Here we go. Looking up, you can again twist the sphere. Yeah, one more on each side. And then we'll add on and get into a little bit of a Cossack squat. Pushing up, same basic position. You're staying right here. I'm gonna switch my hand. And this time, you're gonna have a soft bend in your knees. Reach down, feel free to hold on. You're gonna bend into one of your knees. Allow that stick to come over to the side. And now other knee. Back up. Switching sides. Soft bend in the knees. Hang. Bend into that knee. Straighten. Other side. Back to center. Come up. If you need to adjust the ball, feel free. It might move a little bit on your mat. That's totally fine. Reaching down, bend, twist to look up, other side, back to center, all the way up, switching sides. Really opening up the hip here. Back to center. You might notice that by the time we're done with just this exercise, you'll be able to get a little bit deeper into that hip. Back to center. Switching sides. And if you do use that other hand, you can actually push and pull to intensify the stretch. Even though the bar is steel, it's not going to bend, it's not going to go anywhere. It still feels really good. So just a little pull with this bottom hand while I look up. And then bend the other knee. Push that stick towards the ground. Come back to center. Other side. Pull that stick in. Other knee. And I might push just a little bit. You can think about pulling it in towards your chest, but you'll feel more of a stretch if you push away. Let's go for one more on each side. Bend. Straighten. Other side. And up. Last time. Bend. And other side. Back to center. Whew. You can walk those feet in. Take a breath. We're going to actually hold on to this stick. So, unlike a broomstick, this has a little bit of weight to it because it is steel. So, in this long form, altogether, it's about 8 pounds, which is nice. It's a good little bit of weight to add into your warm-up, just to get everything moving. Feeling good. So holding that stick with two hands, you're going to gently pull the stick apart as you reach up overhead just to wherever is comfortable for you. As you come down, push that stick together. Try to shorten the stick as it comes into your peripheral vision. Pull the stick apart, reach up, open up, and shorten the stick. Push the stick together as you come down. Pull that stick apart, reach up overhead, and push the stick together. Pull that stick apart, reach up, push that stick as you come back down. We're going to reach up one more time, pull that stick apart, and now while we're overhead, I want you to think about letting one side win. So you're pulling, 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 and letting the elbow come in towards the hip, opening up that opposite shoulder, and then let's go the other way. You can make it a little more dramatic. Add into this side bend just by moving your head that way. One more, and we're going to come down and around in front, and then up. So a little around the world. Around, up. Think about getting that arm up over your head. So if you need to move your hands further down the stick, feel free. Around. One more. And we'll go in the other direction. Side, up overhead. Ooh, good stretch. I love these around the worlds. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Go ahead and set that stick down. What a wonderful job. Thank you so much for being here and checking out this really cool movement stick. It is so much fun. I hope you enjoy and look forward to more videos with it. Bye.